Firstly, may I encourage you to continue with your dinner, but to please finish eating when I finish speaking, so that we can pay our best attention to our main event this evening. And speaking about main event, this is our fourth such event, and the third with the New South Wales Department of Education, to whom we extremely appreciate, for not just providing Deputy Secretary Gillian White to speak, but to also bring effectively the A team of the department to be with us tonight. That's not sucking up, is it? No, they're wonderful people, actually. And given this is yet again another sold-out Inner Circle event, ACA New South Wales will continue to conduct 2 Inner Circle dinner discussions each year with our sector's leaders, so that we can envisage and evolve towards a better future for our children, our families, our educators and teachers, and our early childhood education and care services across New South Wales. Now, I'm not going to explain what tonight is all about, because after successful sold-out Inner Circle events, obviously you know why we are here. And ACA New South Wales has the nice problem of figuring out how to manage a waiting list of more services trying to be here at these events. So Chang, wherever you're hiding, I dare say we need a bigger venue. Is he listening? But we would like to remind everyone that ACA New South Wales has a reciprocal arrangement with the New South Wales Department of Education for our Inner Circle dinner discussions. And that is that I respectfully ask that you respect Chatham House rule, and that is anyone who comes to a meeting is free to use the information from the discussion, but we ask you not to reveal who made any particular comment. And also, in that spirit, other than still photography and also the video recording of this speech, there will not be any video or audio recordings tonight, so that we can give each other the widest room possible to enable the most robust of discussions that we can have with each other. Tonight we gather as approved providers and our services senior leadership to meet, to listen and to engage with each other, and in particular with our very special guest, Gillian White, the Deputy Secretary, Early Childhood Education Outcomes. Gillian is also accompanied by Shane Snibson, who were previous special guests at our last Inner Circle event in February, as well as Simon Factor and Almitra Hill from the New South Wales Department as well. So members, would you please give our guests a very warm welcome. Typo. Gillian White is the Deputy Secretary, Early Childhood Outcomes in the New South Wales Department of Education. The division is responsible for transforming the New South Wales early childhood sector through an ambitious 10-year reform program to ensure all children get the best start in life. With a clear focus on engaging with the sector across the community and government, Gillian will lead the division and other government agencies to adopt a whole-of-child approach from prenatal to 2 years and build an integrated family-centred approach to early childhood education that is affordable and accessible for all. Gillian started her career in the legal profession before commencing work in the public sector. She has worked in several state and federal departments, leading across social policy, economic and intergovernmental areas. Now that the pleasantries are out of the way, and before we get down to business, may I take this opportunity to share with you all a few of my thoughts. I promise to behave. Firstly, the good news. In 2023, the Start Strong funding has finally increased by between 158% and 328%. This solves the problem of the extremely poor funding for New South Wales long day care services since 2014. Next, assuming the universal pre-kindergarten funding does not fundamentally change under the new New South Wales Labor government, this means in the very near future, the gap for preschool children in long day care services can soon be $0. Next, Notwithstanding the partial ANRs and the 5-day notification, the New South Wales Department of Education has agreed to consider a protocol for deferring ANRs when at least the approved provider, the nominated supervisor, and or the educational leader is not available. Next, we are finally now talking about children's outcomes and measures and how they can be tracked in early childhood education and potentially right through to year 12, so that early childhood education care can finally be recognised and valued, and we can take our rightful place of pride in our nation as we continually work passionately every day to get it right for our children. Next, the New South Wales Productivity Commissioner published his 3rd report showing that the New South Wales stricter regulations cost parents in New South Wales $3,000 per child per year more than any other Australian state. And that's not good news for parents, but great vindication for ACA New South Wales all these years though. Oops. Next, our new South Wales Minister for Education and Early Childhood Education, Deputy Premier Prue Carr MP, publicly and officially said that increases in the number of services initiated by the New South Wales Government will not, and I quote, cannibalise existing services. We look forward to more on that front. Next, the ACCC interim report proved that smaller to medium-sized privately owned services were only between $1 and 7% more expensive than the not-for-profit services. So assuming we are comparing similar sized services, I wonder how the fee difference is so small, given we in the private sector are required to pay company taxes and New South Wales payroll taxes. Next, the ACCC interim report also proved that ACA New South Wales has been saying for years, what we've been saying for years, and that is that oversupply increases fees by up to 40%. Surprise, surprise. Next, in light of the fact that the federal government has legislated a framework for multi-employer bargaining, ACA National is actively working with and on behalf of a small number of its members with the unions to achieve higher pay for our educators and teachers via direct subsidy from the federal government. We as an organisation felt that it would be best for a small number of our members to participate so that if a multi-employer bargaining agreement occurred and as a result the wage increase was paid by the federal government, similar to that paid in aged care, our members could have the benefit of the pay rise being paid to their wonderful educators and teachers by the federal government and not out of increased fees for our parents. So watch this space. Now I could go on, and my husband said, "You certainly can." So I could go on and on about the many, many things that we've been doing in representing our members. But I think we should firstly hear from Gillian now, and then our wonderful audience here tonight will have the opportunity to ask questions, share their perspectives. So without any further ado, please welcome Deputy Secretary Gillian White. There you go, darling.